I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
You literally started the war. Pete, there is no we didn't start the war. You literally started the war. Pete, you changed your title to Secretary of War because you love war so much. You started the war. Pete, everybody went to bed Friday night. Everybody went to bed Friday night. No war. We woke up Saturday morning to war. Everyone woke up to a war because you started it. At 11 p.m., the president called you, and he knew you'd be awake because you were probably doing Jaeger bombs because you love bombing shit so much like your own liver. And he said, Pete, I need a distraction. Give me a war. And then you grabbed your phone and said, ChatGPT, I need a distraction. Give me a war. And then ChatGPT gave you a war. And then you named it Operation Epic Fury because your brain is a PlayStation 2. You stupid man. You started this war and you don't even know how to finish it. You're lying to everyone. You're gaslighting people so much on every way. You're literally gaslighting people. You're literally burning oil fields on the other side of the world. You have no win condition. We're in a biblical holy war now, and we are being run by the fucking Antichrist, Pete. You have no wins. You have no way out. You're a loser millennial who's failed upwards his entire life, and now the entire world is staring at you, and they can see that you are a naked moron. And now you have to hope that we somehow survive. And the best case scenario for you in the name Pete Hegseth is that it is slowly forgotten the same way we've forgotten the names of all those World War I generals. You fucking donkey.
Imagine this. America refused to send its young people to fight, and the countries that are supposed to help are now backing off. Who will left on the front line? Right now, thousands of Americans are stranded abroad. Flights have been cancelled, airports are closing, and people don't know when or if they are able to return home. Meanwhile, many Americans are saying they are not ready to be drafted into war, especially if leaders aren't willing to lead by example. Families are scared, soldiers are questioning their safety, and with other countries withdrawing support, the situation is becoming more uncertain by the day. So the question is, what happens next? And who will actually pay the price? Well, by the way, guys, let's dive into today's episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. And as always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. This video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. Let's watch this clip together, and when we come back, we'll break down what's actually been said and why it matters. Stay with me.
Donald Trump should not have the support of the Australian government for this illegal war. It is not our war. It is not in our name, and we should not be allowing it to occur without condemnation. The deadly blasts and bombs that have already cost the lives of hundreds of innocent civilians. School children, with schools being bombed and hospitals struck. The young, the vulnerable, the sick, carrying the burden of this bloody war only 2 days in. Military action is irresponsible and dangerous at best when its consequences cannot be controlled in such a volatile region, one of the most volatile in the world. This is wrong. There's a reason that the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has condemned it and has asked for it to stop. Evil thrives and innocent people suffer when good people stay silent, when moral courage crumbles, and when governments who should know better, who do know better, capitulate to the bullies and the tyrants. Australians here and overseas are already impacted, and it's time the Australian government stopped cowering to the bullies in the US.
This message is for all the Iranians coming from black folks. We didn't vote for this. We didn't vote for this mess in 2016. We didn't vote for this mess in 2020. We sure in the hell didn't vote for it in 2024. Only thing I ask, if you all do anything over here in the States, anything, please give the opportunity of black folks to get out of there before you start doing whatever you want to do. That's all I asked. Oh, and by the way, many Palestinian Americans who could vote over here, they also advise people not to vote for VP Harris. They advise them to vote for that person in the White House. So I'm just throwing that out there. I know we've had our differences in regards to when we come into your store and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we did not vote for this. So just make sure that if you see us, give us opportunity to clear out. That's all I'm asking.
Good evening. I know it's a little bit late in the hour, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video. Black Americans in the United States, please do not let any of your children join the U.S. military. Once again, this knucklehead has found a way to move people's mindset away from the Epstein files. But I'm going to make it real easy for you. Hey, white Americans, and hey, black Americans, and hey, anybody else, African Americans. And African Americans is those people from Africa who decided to come over and now become Americans. You're African American. And this fundamentally black American, I don't know what the hell, let the fundamentally bullshit go. Because bottom line is, at the end of the day, your peoples was reclassified like mine. Your folks was the original native Indian descendants. We got reclassified. So this fundamentally bullshit, what is that? Just like anytime you got white folks talking about black Americans, they always say African American. And you want to know why? African American has no lineage ties to any land in the United States. If you're a black American and you cannot tie any of your family members to anywhere except here, this is why we can't get deported, and this is why everybody is mad at us. And if they're mad and they don't know history, they don't want to pick up a book, don't want to go to the local library and where they live at, whatever county or state wherever they live at, they don't want to use Google, they don't want to use ChatGPT, they don't want to go to the Library of Congress, then fuck them. That's all I'm going to say, plain and simple, fuck them. If you don't know American history, then shame on you. And I'm not talking about this punk-ass George Washington or anybody else. Thomas Jefferson. We have a history of pedophiles. The dude was 40. Sally Hemings was 14. He running up on her like nobody's business. I think he ended up having 4 to 5 kids with the woman. And I say woman because basically, once you make a girl pregnant, you've already moved her organs and moved her glands into womanhood. And then the thing that tickled me is, stop believing in their bullshit. Stop sacrificing your children for combat. Because at the end of the day, they had opportunities to take over countries, and like the board game Risk, they had the time and the availability to take over countries and take over resources to where the United States would have had more than enough. But every time we go into war, guess what? We destabilize a country, and then you end up having to rebuild it. Destabilize Japan. All the tech came from them. Destabilize Germany. All the good hardware came from them. And there's a lot of medical care notes that they got. But here's the thing that tickles me. Ashkenazi Jews are not tied to Israel. It's the Hebrew Israelites that are. And they look like you and me. But that's not our people. Now, some of it may be. You got people floating out the idea that, if you read the basis of the Bible, it said the people were scattered to the corners of the earth. And everybody is basically marked down lineage. And if you go to the Mississippi, they talk about the Mounds people. Everybody west of the Mississippi is Euro-Asians. They saw our people cross the Bering Strait and was like, well, what the fuck? Where are they going? We got no animals. We got no way to grow any agriculture. Let's follow those black people. All our people, all the black folks, are from the east of the Mississippi River, all the way to the East Coast, all the way as far up as Maine and going into Canada, and all the way as far down as going into Florida and all those little miniature islands on the side of the country. At the end of the day, black Americans are the descendants of the original Native Indians. I've been on the internet and you got people coming out they asshole with this Native American shit. It wasn't America. It wasn't. There was no thing called America. Just like there was no thing called Africa back then. And this is how bad it is in the United States. The American education system is some absolute fucking garbage. Garbage from day fucking one. They say the conquerors write their own history, and that's what they did here. This country wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for black Americans. It wouldn't be shit without the original Native Indians. You can grow corn by itself. You can grow melons by itself. You can grow peppers by itself. But when you grow all four of those fruit and vegetables together, the synergy between the fruit and vegetables and what it does to the soil makes everything grow better. There's not a thing in your household. My hand is made up of 3 black people that made this smartphone. There's not a thing that you can't go to in the United States that a black American has put their hands on. And fuck motherfucking Trump. Trump coming over there with that fucking speech. America's built everything. He making it seem like white people did it. The only white person that really invented something was the dude out in Finland invented 2G. Edison's got 1,093 inventions to his name. 3 of them is his, and they was all fucked up. The other 1,091 were intellectual property rights in his business. He had a lawsuit with the same black gentleman that invented the roller coaster. The gentleman invented the galvanized battery. If you ride in a regular car, your car, that battery inside is a galvanized battery. If your car has park, reverse, neutral, and drive, because your ass don't know how to drive a 5-speed, the black man that invented that, and his shit is worldwide, he should have been the billionaire 1,000 times over, easy, Richard Bowie Spikes. But this is how powerful black people are, and this is why people hating on us. The dude, if you ever sat in a barbershop chair as a man, and the barber was able to swivel the chair around, Richard Bowie Spikes invented that. And any of you white people on here, you looking at me, man, right now? You went into a bar, and the dude pulled the tap to pour you a glass of beer. Richard Bowie Spikes invented and patented that situation. Even the color TV. It wasn't the actual tube that was color. It was the filament that you could put in front of it. And that was invented by a Mexican man in 1956. I think the only white dude that really invented something, and he didn't really understand the process, but he took good notes. And that was the microwave. This engineer was in front of this equipment, and he had a Hershey's chocolate bar in his pocket. And when he turned on the test equipment, the chocolate bar started to melt in his pocket. But truth be told, if you got a microwave in your house, you need to get rid of that thing. Because after the second year, the protective filament in and outside of the microwave starts to deteriorate. And if you're standing in front of it waiting for your microwave popcorn to be popped, you're getting radiated. I'm going to make one more video to attach to this, but thank you for listening.
Right now, the world is watching something that is hard to ignore. America isn't sending their children to fight, and at the same time, other countries are pulling back their support. And when you think about it, it's not just politics, it's human life, real families, real parents, real sons and daughters caught in the middle. Imagine being stuck in a foreign country, far from home. Airports are closing, flights are cancelled, and you don't know when or if you will ever see home. You are tired, hungry, scared, and all you do is hope for a way back. That's what thousands of Americans are going through right now. And then there is a bigger fear being asked to fight in a war when you don't even feel protected. Many Americans are saying, honestly, they are not ready to be drafted. Not because they don't love their country, not because they don't value life. They are scared of themselves, they are scared of their family. And who can blame them? Think about the parents watching their children grow up, praying they come back safely every single day. We have all seen the heartbreaks, mothers crying because their sons or daughters were drafted into dangerous zone. Fathers pacing, wondering if their children would ever walk through the door again. The fear is real, it's heavy, and it's something no political speech can fix. Meanwhile, the military are quitting in droves. And again, it's not because these men and women don't care. They care too much. They have seen the risks firsthand. They have felt the fear. They have realized that being forced into war without clear support could cost life unnecessary. They are living not because they are weak, but because they understand the value of life. And it gets more complicated. Other countries are pulling back their support. Allies who used to stand together are now hesitant. Ordinary citizens are caught in the middle, unsure who will protect them, unsure who they can trust, and that's terrifying. So we have asked ourselves, what does this mean for families, for communities, for young Americans trying to live their lives and suddenly facing uncertainty on a scale they have never seen? Life is precious, safety is precious, and when ordinary people feel like their lives doesn't matter as much as politics or pride, it's understandable that fear overtakes it. I want you to think about it for a second. If you are stuck somewhere with no clear way home, what will you do? If your child, your sibling, or your best friend was being asked to go into a dangerous situation, how would you feel? That's the human side of the story. Something too many people forget when they just look at the headlines. At the end of the day, we need to hold our leaders accountable, but we also need to take care of each other. Life comes first, family comes first, safety comes first. No medal, no paycheck, no political victory is worth losing the people you love. So I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. What will you do if you were in this situation? Your voices matters. If this video gave you perspective, hit the like button, share with your friend, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay aware, stay safe, and remember, life is the most valuable thing we have. Protect it, respect it, and never take it for granted. See you in my next video.